If your engine ever failed right after an oil change, I want you to hear this carefully. It was not bad luck. It was not engine age. And in most cases, it wasn't the oil itself. I've seen engines seize within 30 seconds of leaving the shop. I've seen connecting rods punch through engine blocks before the oil light even came on. And I've watched owners get told, it was just your time, while the real cause was never mentioned. Today I'm going to show you the real reasons engines die right after an oil change. Reasons most shops don't talk about, and most drivers never suspect. Stay until the end, because the final mistake is the one that quietly kills engines even weeks later, and almost nobody checks for it. Why oil changes are more dangerous than people realize. An oil change sounds simple. Drain the oil, replace the filter, add new oil. But modern engines are not forgiving machines. They rely on exact oil pressure, correct oil flow direction, proper filter sealing, clean oil passages. If any one detail is wrong, damage doesn't happen slowly, it happens immediately. That's why engines often fail right after leaving a shop, on the drive home, or within the first 24 hours. And when that happens, blame almost always goes to high mileage, old engine, bad luck. But the timing tells the real story. Cause number one, the oil filter was installed wrong. This is the most common killer and the most underestimated. What people think. If oil is in the engine, it's fine. What actually happens? Modern oil filters do much more than just trap dirt. They contain anti-drain back valves, bypass valves, directional flow paths. Install the wrong filter or install it incorrectly, and oil does not reach critical components fast enough. Two deadly scenarios. Scenario 1, double gasket failure. The old filter gasket sticks to the engine. A new filter is installed on top of it. Oil pressure leaks internally or externally. Result, oil starvation, rapid bearing damage, engine failure in minutes. Scenario 2, incorrect filter design. Wrong internal bypass pressure, wrong flow direction, cheap filter media collapse. Result, oil never reaches the top end. Camshafts and lifters run dry. Catastrophic wear begins immediately. Quick question, have you ever personally checked that the old filter gasket came off? Comment YES or NO. Most people never do. Why this happens more at quick lube shops. Quick lube shops are optimized for speed, not inspection. Techs are expected to finish jobs in minutes, reuse common filters, work on dozens of vehicle models per day. Mistakes don't happen because people are careless. They happen because the system encourages speed over precision, and engines pay the price. Cause number 2, the engine was started with no oil pressure. This one is brutal and completely avoidable. What happens during a normal oil change? Oil drains from the engine. Oil gallery's empty. Oil filter is replaced. Empty. When the engine starts, it takes 2 to 10 seconds to build oil pressure. Those seconds matter. The deadly mistake, starting the engine and immediately revving it. This is common when techs check for leaks. Drivers start the car and drive off immediately. RPM spikes before oil fully circulates. Metal-on-metal contact happens before lubrication is established. Bearings don't forgive this. Neither do camshafts. One dry start at high RPM can score bearings, damage lifters, accelerate wear that shows up weeks later. Why damage? Often shows up later and not immediately. This confuses a lot of people. The engine doesn't always fail instantly. Instead, bearings get scratched. Oil pressure drops slightly. Clearances widen. Weeks later, knock develops. Oil light flickers, engine fails, and everyone assumes unrelated problem. It wasn't. The damage was done during that oil change. Cause number 3, wrong oil viscosity. This one is getting worse. Modern engines are designed around specific oil viscosities. Not suggestions, not preferences, specifications. Using the wrong viscosity can reduce oil pressure, starve variable valve timing systems, collapse oil film strength. Common examples: using 5W30 instead of 0W20, using thicker oil for protection, using diesel oil in gasoline engines. Thicker oil does not mean better protection. In cold starts, it can. Delay oil flow. Starve tight clearance components. Trigger VVT malfunctions. Manufacturers specify viscosity for a reason. Ignoring it is gambling with engine life. Why this mistake keeps happening? Because people assume oil is oil. It isn't anymore. Modern engines rely on fast oil flow, exact pressure ranges, precise hydraulic control. The wrong oil can kill an engine without any warning lights. Cause number 4, overfilling or underfilling the engine. This one sounds basic, but it's shockingly common. Underfilling. Oil pump sucks air. Pressure drops. Bearings starve. Overfilling. Crankshaft whips oil into foam. Oil pressure becomes unstable. Lubrication collapses. Both conditions can destroy engines. And here's the scary part. Some engines fail with as little as half a quart too much or too little. Always check the dipstick after the oil change. Never assume it's correct. The psychological trap that gets drivers blamed. Here's why owners almost never win these arguments. When an engine fails, shops say it's old. It already had wear. Oil changes don't cause failures, but timing matters. An engine that fails right after service didn't just coincidentally die. Something changed, and engines only need one mistake. Cause number 5, oil starvation, caused by a collapsed or defective oil filter. This one surprises even experienced drivers. Not all oil filters are created equal. Some low-quality or incorrect filters can collapse internally, block oil flow, stick the bypass valve closed. When this happens, oil pressure may look normal at idle, but critical components starve at higher RPM. Why this is so dangerous? Damage happens silently. No warning light comes on. Wear accelerates rapidly. By the time you hear knocking, it's already too late. This is why longtime mechanics avoid bargain filters. Use OEM or high-quality equivalents. Match the filter exactly to the engine. Saving $5 on a filter can cost $5,000 in repairs. Why premium oil can't save a bad oil change. This is an uncomfortable truth. You can use the most expensive synthetic oil, the best additive package, the highest brand reputation, and still destroy an engine if oil flow is blocked. Pressure is wrong. The filter fails. The engine was run dry even briefly. Oil quality matters. Procedure matters more. Engines don't care what brand is on the bottle. They care about pressure and flow. Cause number 6, the drain plug or crush washer was reused or over-tightened. This one doesn't kill engines instantly. It kills them quietly. Reused crush washer doesn't seal properly, causes slow oil leaks. Oil level drops over time. Over-tightened drain plug strips threads, causes delayed leaks, leads to sudden oil loss on the road. Many engines that mysteriously ran out of oil didn't burn it. They leaked it. And the leak started at the oil change. Cause number 7, the oil pressure warning light was ignored. This is the final safeguard, and many people misunderstand it. The oil pressure light does not mean low oil, means dangerously low pressure. If that light comes on, damage is already happening. Seconds matter. Driving even half a mile can destroy bearings, score crank journals, require full engine replacement. That light is not a suggestion. It's an emergency stop signal. Why engines fail days or weeks later. The delayed death. This is why oil change failures are so hard to prove. The engine doesn't always die immediately. Instead, bearings get scratched. Oil pressure slowly drops. Heat builds up. Weeks later, knock develops. Oil light flickers. Engine seizes. Everyone assumes normal wear. It wasn't. The damage started right after the oil change. The 60-second routine that saves engines. This is what professional mechanics do on their own cars. After every oil change, start the engine and let it idle. No revving. Watch for the oil pressure light to turn off. Listen for abnormal noises. Shut the engine off. Check the oil level after 5 minutes. Inspect under the car for leaks. That 1 minute can prevent thousands of dollars in damage. How manufacturers expect oil changes to be done. OEM service documentation assumes correct oil viscosity, correct filter, proper torque values, no dry starts, leak inspection afterward. When any step is skipped, the responsibility shifts. That's why manufacturers deny warranty claims when procedures aren't followed exactly. Check yourself as a car owner. Changes your oil. Check the oil level yourself. Look under the car. Listen for new noises. Don't ignore warning lights. If you change your own oil, pre-fill the filter when possible. Oil the gasket. Use a torque wrench on the drain plug. Never rush the first startup. Oil changes are simple, but not careless. Final reality check. Don't die because oil changes are bad. Changes are treated as routine instead of critical. One shortcut, one rush step, one wrong assumption. That's all it takes. Have you ever had a problem right after an oil change? Leak, warning light, new noise, engine failure. Comment what happened below. Your experience could save someone else's.